There we go. Check 1, 2. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're back on the Hohner YouTube channel. This is Hohner Live episode 96, which is crazy. Soon we're going to hit 100. And thank you for tuning in, everybody. Let us know from where you're tuning in. We got people tuning in from Barcelona, Rio de Janeiro, from Iran. Babak, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Yeah. So today, very special interview and conversation. My colleague from Germany, Michael Arlt, please give him a big hand in the chat. Thank you for taking the time to join us.
Hello, everybody.
Nice. So, yeah, I don't think we had too many German guests on this. And it's always funny to switch languages.
In this case, it is, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we were thinking about the first time we met, which was probably at one of the Harmonica festivals in Trossingen.
I think so, yeah.
And for those who don't know out there, Michael is the leader and singer and harmonica player of BB and the Blues Shakes. And yeah, to me, always a super famous blues band, because back in the days when I started to play, I think like at some point my parents gifted me like this blues news paper.
Yeah.
And like pretty much in every single episode you were in there.
That changed though.
Does it still exist? The blues news? Oh,
Yes, of course it does.
okay. Yeah.
As far as I know, but I don't get it anymore. So, but I think it's still there. I see it on Facebook once in a while.
Yeah, I see.
So it's still there. Yeah. Yeah, way back then we've been there in that newspaper pretty often, and got a lot of advertisement. That's when we started out, and I know the guy who's running that a magazine since the early '90s. That's where we also met many times around Darmstadt to see blues concerts. So we met very often and good friends. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we thought we met first at the World Harmonica Festival in 2013.
Yeah, that could be, yeah.
So did you perform with your band there? Or did you just teach?
Times, and actually I don't really know, but it could be because once we did the session band, but I don't know if it was that year, or maybe I was just sitting in, or maybe I was just in a jury judging other players. And bad as it sounds.
Yeah, that's very special. Always sitting in that jury, and
a terrible feeling, and I never felt like that I belonged there, but they asked me to. So what you gonna do?
Yeah, it's interesting. All these harmonica. I mean, not challenges, but like, yeah, it's different in Asia too. So was there one of your few harmonica festival experiences, or have you been to harmonica festivals in other places of the world?
Not really special harmonica festivals. The only one I also been to was the one also in Germany at Seidel.
Okay, yeah.
Just to play there, and we did that, I guess, 1, 2, 3 times, something like that. 2 or 3 times I've been there. And yeah, I haven't been to Spa or something like this.
Me either, yeah.
Never did, or I saw you just been to, what was that? Somewhere in Asia you went to?
Oh yeah, the South Korean festival.
Yeah, that looked great. I never been there.
It's really good, yeah.
We were just playing on regular blues festivals or jazz festivals, something like that.
Oh yeah. So when did you start playing harmonica, and how long did it take for you to find that band and play in that setting?
I mean, that was not too bad, and because my brother always used to play guitar, and he was kind of the leader of the band, and he asked me to sit in, and I was playing harmonica since I was, I don't know, maybe something like 16, 17, so pretty late though.
But no singing back then yet.
No. I wasn't singing.
Okay.
So I started playing harmonica. That was my first musical experience. And then he, a little later on, his band kind of broke up, and he asked me if I would like to sit in and play along with him. And so we founded the band in 1989. And so that's 34 years now. We've been doing this. And yeah, never expected that this gonna be my job, but that's the way it came out.
What was your initial plan then?
I don't know, but I never expected being a musician.
Yeah.
That was not my plan. I don't know. I don't know something else, and but not being a musician.
But was that your brother's professional idea already?
We kind of a little bit more than for me, and but we ran in that direction. And one day one year we played so much that we decided, okay, we have to that this is like full-time job. So there were so many opportunities to play, and
No time for
so
anything
that's
else.
what we did. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But that's
I mean,
awesome.
I studied besides of that and everything, and I finished my studying, and sometimes I work a little bit, but you know, that's the music thing is the main part.
Oh yeah, interesting. What was your degree?
I don't know. I don't know how that is called. I mean, I studied social education.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I studied. That's my real life. I mean, my other life was which is small, but yeah.
Wow, I mean, but that's amazing and kind of a luxury to work with family and having your brother in your band. So, how, in which kind of ways did you benefit from that? I mean, it's you spend so much time together, so it's nice to have family with you on tour, right?
It's pleasure and pain. You know, we get along very well, but sometimes, you know, he's the first one who gets a real kick in his face, and so do I. If we don't agree, you know, there's not much space that you have like to other people that you don't know that well. So that's the way it is. It's got both sides.
Yeah, but I feel like those settings always last for the longest time. Having like
Looks
family in
like
your bands.
34
Like if you
years
look at
ain't.
other bands where you have brothers or
Yeah, yeah. I mean, our mom would kind of kick us in the asses. We both would split up or don't agree anymore. So mom would still be there, and you know, so we have to do it together. So yeah, next year it's
nice.
gonna be 35 years. We don't have plans for a big anniversary and stuff like that. So it's gonna be fun.
That's wonderful. Yeah. So, what was the first time you ever heard harmonica consciously in your life?
That was in the band before BB and the Blue Shacks. They had another band, and the guitar player there was playing a little bit harmonica. And that's where I heard it the first time. And yeah, I was blown away, and I liked it. And even though his playing was not too fancy, but I never heard something like this before, so I went out and bought a harmonica and tried to find out about it as much as I possibly can at that time, which is completely different than today. But yeah, so that's what I did, and I asked other people, and I mean that's like a never-ending journey.
So, there was like you going to the local music store and buying an instrument?
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
So,
With my
so
little
which
motorcycle,
harmonica
I
did you
went
get
there.
back then?
Pardon?
Which harmonica did you get back then?
Oh, that was, you know, this Black Pro hops.
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah.
they still make them. I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure, yeah, but I always liked the look of them too.
Yeah. That's what I bought, and he had these little instructions inside how to play. What was that? When the Saints or when the Saints go marching in. So I tried to hook up with that. Kind of difficult. Yeah.
And then, I mean, for you, it must have been learning from recordings, I guess.
Yeah, I tried to learn from vinyls. you know, and I put the needle on the vinyl, and then I recorded the part that I wanted to learn. And there was an instruction on one of the songs from a Charlie Musselwhite record, the harmonica according to, and there was an instruction inside of one song. I don't remember now which song it was, but actually that helped a lot. So that kind of brought me on the way.
Okay, yeah. And I mean, then you probably had the early advantage of playing together with real musicians and around your brother, right? I mean, that's such a crucial part of it, playing with actual humans instead of
Yeah,
sitting at home
yeah.
alone or
Complete different story. And we spent most of the time in the rehearsal room, much more time than on stage in the first couple of years. Now it's the other side. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Though, even though sound wise and everything, it takes years, and I'm still not there where I want to be. So yeah, but at the beginning, that was kind of hard because way back then you didn't know about that much about the amplifiers, the right amplifiers. You couldn't buy microphones like it can do today. There was no really instructions. There wasn't even internet there, so pretty hard to find out about it.
oh yeah,
The only thing
yeah,
you
that's
could
crazy.
actually do was go on and buy records and listening to records. So that's what I did.
Oh yeah. And back then, did you encounter like any other harmonica players? Did you exchange with other players?
There was not really much. I mean, right now you have a harmonica player on every corner, but way back then it was pretty hard to find one at all in that whole region here. So the next one was probably Hanover or Hamburg, so which is like a couple of kilometers, many kilometers away. So I couldn't even tell if there wasn't someone playing harmonica in Hanover way back then,
Yeah.
but not real big on names or something. So the next one was like Steve and the guys from Hamburg. So that was kind of the closest thing to get the chance to listen to other players.
I see. So did you ever have like one-on-one instruction and taking
No, never.
lessons?
No,
Never in
no.
your life. Yeah, that's crazy.
There was no teacher.
yeah.
The only teachers I could find on vinyls. And of course, later on, we as much more as we got into the scene, we started driving to concerts and we try to pick up things from live concerts. So stuff that I heard. That was the first time I heard someone doing a tongue vibrato on the harp. So that was the first time I heard that was live in concert. I went home with it and thought, well, what's that? And it was hard to find out. I mean, when you're all on your own, pretty tough. And yeah, I managed it after a while. That just took some time. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like just learning by listening to vinyl and live concerts. I mean, that must have developed your ear quite a bit. Yeah, how much did that play a role in comparison to like music theory? Was that something that came later on a little, or are you mostly by ear?
I'm mostly by ear. I have to admit that my theory is not that well. So I can do a few things, but that's pretty bad. Actually, for what I'm doing, it'll be okay. Could be way better, especially when it comes to chord changes and things like that. My brother's pretty good at that, finding out the right chords for like more soul-y songs. That's a little difficult, but for the regular stuff, I think it's okay, but it could be way better. So my thing was listening and playing after it. So yeah.
Oh yeah. So how did you jump in the role of the band leader then?
I'm not really the band leader. It's kind of a
Okay.
pretty
But I mean,
thing
as soon
between my
as
brother and
you're singing and standing in front,
I mean it's a thing between my brother and me, and he kind of calls up the next songs on stage. So we never make a. I mean, we make a set list, but in general, we don't even have a set list. We have like 120 songs we are able to play, and he calls them on stage. So
Okay.
we never know. We never make set
That's like a
lists.
DJ set.
You have to react to the audience. So
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
yeah. So that's what we are trying to do, is because sometimes, you have one set list, and one day you play in a jazz club, next evening you play on a biker festival, you better not play the same set. So yeah. So it's a mix between my brother and me, and so it's I was just maybe seen as a band leader because I started singing, and I'm like in front most of the time. So,
Yeah.
but in the beginning, my brother was the singer. Then he didn't like it, and he was a terrible singer, and I was a terrible singer as well. I mean, terrible. So, and once on my birthday, they gave me singing lessons as a present.
Okay.
So that's where I started, doing some singing lessons for, I don't know, a couple of years then.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I also had singing lessons. And then, like, if I remember correctly, there was a harmonica festival in the Netherlands where I played probably like 10 years ago. And that was like a terrible experience for me. That was me singing, and I sang Just Your Fool. And I didn't really have time to practice with the band that was on site. So that's not a regular 12-bar blues. So on stage, while singing for the first time in front of people, I had to show them the chords. So that was a mess.
Yeah.
And after that, I never sang again on stage.
Really?
And then I probably had like singing lessons at music school. And I don't know. Yeah, never really took it to the real world.
To be honest, I never really liked it. I never liked being a singer. I was fine way back then, standing in the back of the band, blowing harp. Besides, the stuff that I know from all this Chicago blues stuff that I like so much, and I was fine with that. But they said for too long, I looked too stupid just staying there in the back and doing nothing. So
Interesting, yeah.
they forced me to be the singer, and then after a while, it gets better, but I don't like hearing myself singing, and I'm doing it, and it's fine. But it's always also a lot of trouble, like when you're on tour, and we're a blues band. Usually we start playing like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock till the morning. Then you have beers, and it hurts your voice after a while. And if you have like 10 shows in a row, it's freaking hard to do. So, but okay, no, I got the job, and I take it, and I do it. At least it's 3 jobs. One is harmonica blowing, one is singing, and one is to entertain the audience. That's another thing you got to do. So
yeah.
Need to talk to them, and have some ideas what to say about the songs, and entertain the people. Pretty tough.
Yeah, didn't know that you're playing such late slots with a blues band at 10 and 11. Yeah, interesting.
Oh, the latest was once in Spain. Our schedule said we should start 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Usually I go to bed completely drunk at that time. So but start playing 5 a.m. is pretty hard to do.
Wow. I only had that at some point in Cologne. We had like a live techno band. So that's obvious. If you do that kind of music, we had a slot at like 4 a.m. in the morning or something.
Yeah, it's hard.
Nice, but then singing, do you still have like a singing routine? Do you like practice, or do you at least like warm up, or do you just go on stage and...
We're a blues band. I try to keep things simple, and I can see people doing this with these water bottles, these bubbling thing, and no, I don't do nothing. I have a beer before we start playing.
Yeah,
that looses me up, so I'm good with that.
That's good. Yeah.
it's totally not professional, I know, but I do this for so long now. It works.
Yeah, if it works, it works. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's also the complete opposite. I played a concert like last month, I think, and there was also like a classical singer was part of the show, and of course they were warming up, and she had like technical devices with her to like massage like these parts and everything, like crazy,
Yeah, yeah,
crazy
yeah.
preparation.
Yeah, it's probably needed if you do some other stuff, and it's a very personal thing. I just don't like it being in the backstage room, making noise, and you know,
Oh yeah, man,
therefore the others, the
that's what I
musician.
hate playing with classical, like in orchestras and stuff. Like all that
Yeah,
noise of them like warming up and playing like random stuff and
no, we hate that. We were trying. I mean, we're trying if you do sound check and everything, not to make that much noise. You have sometimes you have these players that are doing sound check. They don't stop. So even when you're doing your vocal sound check, it's got to be fast, and they're playing like forever, and they don't stop. Makes you nervous,
yeah.
and it goes to my brain once in a while. Just do your sound check. You can rehearse at home. I mean, it's too late now, anyways.
Oh yeah. That's it exactly. That last
Yeah,
sentence. I mean,
and
that's
shut
my
up.
thought
It's
too.
shut up now. And the other thing when you go into a club and the band is there, we need to turn on the music real loud right now. So you just go in there, they turn the music up, like, Jesus Christ, shut it down. So it's also one of those things.
But yeah, interesting. I also think yeah, it's better to not have like a crazy routine before a concert because like as you depend on it or you don't have time to do it, you're screwed.
Yeah,
So that's why I always try to go on stage without any preparation. Even if it's like a classical concert, we just drive there and we start to play. And there's like no rehearsing or warming up. And I played my best, even classical concertos. Like I played the Howard Levy concerto with an orchestra, not warming up at all, and being on vacation a few days ago, not playing.
yeah,
And that was the
yeah.
best I've ever played that concert.
I believe we played our best shows, when we're like in a hurry because the time schedule is too tight and you need to go on stage real fast, build up your stuff, do a quick sound check. Yeah, here, harmonica. Okay, ready, done, vocals, real quick. Then you got the best sound, and then it's the most inspiring. So that's pretty cool. I like that. As
Yeah.
long as you guys know what they're doing.
So do you guys always bring your own sound man, or do you work with the people on site?
We did that many years, but right now we work with who's there at the time. So sound guys require them for the
Yeah.
shows. We all have a lot of discussions with them, because we're not Pink Floyd. We're a simple blues band. You don't need to do that much. Just bring it up a little bit. That's all you need to do. No compression, no gates on the drums, no nothing. Just make it a little louder. That's all you need to do. Got a good sound, take it. Don't put anything on it. It's already there. Just bring it up a bit.
Yeah.
All you need to do.
So like with blues festivals and club shows and jazz festivals, I mean, I guess at least sometimes you have like different kind of audiences. Like what's your favorite audience to play in front of? Like sitting people, dancing people, standing? What do you like most?
I can't even tell. I mean, like in Scandinavia, people dance a lot in front
Okay.
of you. This also takes away a little bit of the attention to the music. So I'm not sure. I kind of like the German audience pretty much. And of course, sometimes they just sit down. Okay, I can deal with that. I don't have problems with people sitting. I like them more when they stand up, or probably you have like a sit down section and a stand up section. I don't care. audience in the States is also great because they know the music so well, and they kind of react to it while you were playing. You know, they scream something to you during a slow blues, and
Oh
no,
yeah.
that can be very inspiring. And
Nice. Yeah.
people are into it pretty much. That's I like that a lot. So I can't even tell. You know, mostly depends on how the club owner or that area, this culture thing, organize their membership. How what's the club like? You know, that's what's most important. You can find great places in Germany. You can find shitty places, and that's like all over. You know, sometimes people are used to because the organizers want it that way, just to sit down and be quiet. And it's not really bluesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like some noise in between. I like people standing at the bar, and I like see some people dancing. So that shows some enjoyment and everything.
Yeah. Definitely. It's
Yeah,
part of the blues vibe, how young people like to call it.
yeah.
Yeah. So, how did you get in touch with the harmonica world then and Hohner?
At the end, yeah, I started playing and played more and more and more, and we've been around pretty much. We got known with via the Blues News magazine, so people knew about us. We were touring like all over Germany, and yeah, then I met Steve once, and he invited me to Trossingen one day, and so yeah, I drove down there, and I don't know, was it a festival? I think so. Kind of these harmonica things. I don't know, was it the World Festival or whatever? I don't think so. Something different. But then I became to know all the people there. That was very kind, and so we linked to each other. I got these endorsement deals and stuff, and very cool. We worked together very well. I like it.
Nice, yeah. So when was that? When was your first Trossingen trip then?
Konstantin, I don't know. I can't remember. That must be like probably 25 years ago or something like
Okay,
this, 20 years ago, something like this. Yeah.
yeah. I remember my first Trossingen trip, and that was probably also after getting the invite from Steve to come to the Harmonica Masters and just like also participate like as a student in the master classes and stuff. And for me, like learning harmonica with YouTube and stuff, it was crazy to just get out of the car and then see Steve Baker and Joe Feliska walking there, like my heroes and stars from the internet, you know.
Yeah, that can be scaring.
So that was a different feel, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
So how did that whole online and YouTube thing come into play for you? Like, did that play a big role for your band, or for you even like checking out harmonica stuff, or not at all?
I mean, we use it once in a while. It's not that we are focused on social media. We use it like I guess a band should do. We post some videos once in a while, and yeah, sometimes I use it to find out about new things, check out amplifiers, microphones,
Oh yeah.
whatever. I do that. Or even some harmonica gear that you can buy. So I found like the guys from Pine Grove Leather, I found about that because they built this wonderful harmonica cases. They're
Oh,
pretty cool.
you got that on hand? Can you show that one to us?
Oh, wait a second.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in need of like a nice harmonica case. I got this new Hohner one, but it's actually broken. Like the zipper. Although I'm very careful with things,
Yeah,
but
I ordered pretty much of them. They're from Great Britain. It's great leather stuff, as you can see here.
oh, I see. Yeah.
It's very nice. You can put it down and under your arm, whatever. So you get them in different sizes. They're pretty cool. You can get them smaller ones. and you have some space for the chromatic in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, work nice. They're pretty cool. And you can stand it up also, like this here.
Oh yeah.
Put it on the amplifier. Pretty nice. Nice stuff. Pine Grove leather.
Yeah, I should put a link into the chat or something. Yeah, I gotta look them up. How do you spell them?
P-E-N-E.
Oh, I found them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add the link to the chat.
They also do guitar straps and stuff like this.
Yeah.
But also
Okay, I can see them.
harmonica leather works.
Harmonica cases, 4-pack, 12-pack, 6-pack, 8-pack. I would like to have a 6-pack. 16-pack, 9-pack. Personalization, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, really nice.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, I have this Hohner, whatever they call it.
The flex case or what? Yeah.
I don't have all of them like fixed
Yeah, but they're
right
cool.
now. It's really good, but like as I said, I'm very careful with things, but I broke the zipper. Like, they gotta send me a new one.
Anyway, the one I'm using on stage is not even that. I have a special case that someone built it for me like 30 years ago, and it still lasts because it's very high quality.
Oh wow! Yeah.
You can see it.
Nice. Yeah.
So it's pretty heavy. Looks like this.
Okay. Yeah.
So you have room for microphone. A lot of harmonicas. You got here for your lyrics or shit like that. So
yeah.
That's a cool thing. This lasts like forever.
That's really good, but it's also like an additional baggage,
We have to carry a lot anyway. So when we drive with our truck, the thing is packed with shit. And
yeah, I mean, when I'm just playing like duo concerts with a pianist, the pianist on site, he doesn't have to carry anything, and then I like to have a case that I can just throw into my backpack,
That's cool.
I love the backpack. Nice. I love the backpack gigs.
I can't do them. We always go with our truck, and this is packed with things.
And the funny thing is, like, then you never look like a musician if you have your instruments in your backpack.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know, like going to music school years ago, I mean, everybody's carrying like a violin case, a saxophone case, and you always know, oh yeah, he's a trombone player, whatever. Yeah. And I was just going in there with my backpack, yeah.
You've been the big secret.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's like too much of a secret. I don't know. Like, I always feel about that with harmonica, especially in like today's day and age and like online stuff. And yeah, the instrument is like so small and invisible, and then you cover like the half of your face while playing. It's not ideal for the online world.
I don't know. I always found it pretty cool seeing people doing it. To me, that looked different. When I saw this.
It is exciting. As soon as people see it live, especially if they are like a little closer and can kind of see what you're doing. That's mysterious and super exciting.
Jesus Christ, what is he doing? What is he doing with it? So I found that pretty cool, and I like it.
Yeah. And then, like, sometimes you're playing the chromatic too, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Was that something you picked up later on?
Yeah. Pretty early I started doing it, and I never really took as much care about it as I should. But I'm trying to. I'm still trying to do things on it and trying to get better.
Yeah. Yeah, at some point I also got one, and of course, like inspired by Dennis Grunling and Third Position and stuff. So that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I do this regular blues stuff, of course, when we play, and sometimes, when I'm on my own, I just try to do some, that Stevie Wonder stuff, and
Yeah,
so, but that's just for my private joy.
I see. Yeah. Raymond is tuning in. Hope you're doing well from Riga. Jamie. Hey, Jerry. Hello, guys. Yeah. Nice. So, what's your favorite instrument? Like, what's the harmonica model you're playing most of the time then on stage?
Yeah, my favorite is a classic marine band. Whether I play the classic marine band or sometimes the deluxe version of it, but in general, just the classic marine band because I like the wooden sound.
Yeah, yeah, or like also the feel of playing a tongue block. Like, are you a tongue block player?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
As much as possible, instead of the high notes, I don't think anyone will hear a difference when you play the high notes with tongue block or with lipping. Doesn't matter. But yeah, and I like it when the wood comes out a bit because my control gets even better.
Okay. So do you sometimes run through harmonicas and have to exchange because of the wood swelling or stuff? Like, do you sometimes break instruments, or like how do you go about retuning or whatever?
I tried that. I got all this stuff here, but I tried, but I just can't do it. I tried, but I'm some kind of how I even was with Gabriele from Hohner, at the workshop at her. So, I bought me in there and, but, I just don't have that feeling for it. It's all so small and, I try to fix it and it still don't work. So I don't know. I'm just too stupid for it, and so I leave it. So
you just play.
I have to try to repair a bit, but
So you just play regular out of box instruments then, or what?
yes, yeah. That's what I regularly do.
Okay, yeah. Did you ever try a customized one?
Yeah, I did. I guess I had one of Joe Felisko's harmonicas, which was a couple of years ago, and but it took like way back then. It took like half a year to get it, and it came here, and some kind of how was, not the way it should be. But I mean, the harmonica was great, but I couldn't play better with it. So for me, it was just the same using a regular marine band than doing with it because I don't do this complicated stuff.
Yeah, okay. Sergio, masterclass, blah, blah. I think Sergio wants a masterclass. So, do you teach harmonica? Like, what would be the first thing you would tell a beginning harmonica player or teach?
First thing I would say to me, the most important thing is the approach. How to put it in your mouth and how to work with it. So I wouldn't even say that you have to do tongue block in the beginning. It's fine doing lipping, but still you need a good approach on it, and you need to find a way to get a full sound out of it, and that's the most complicated thing in the beginning, I guess. I teach also, and I also did a masterclass workshop at Hohner for chromatic blues harmonica.
Oh, I see. At the Harmonica Masters then. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been there. Yeah, and sometimes I do online lessons, but not that much because I've been too busy in the last couple of months. So, but sometimes I do that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, let me check. The Harmonica Masters, for those who don't know, that's like a yearly thing. The harmonica capital of Germany in Trossingen. So they got these harmonica masters workshops. Just checking the next ones. Yeah, 2024 in October. Usually they are in fall. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. And then like every 4 years you got the World Harmonica Festival. So that's 2025 then.
Is that back in Trossingen in 25?
Yeah.
Do you know that? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, besides that, I mean next year is a Berlin Harmonica Festival. The one organized by Marco.
Yeah, that's in May, right?
Yeah.
Still, right now we don't have a gig there that weekend, so I'm ready to make my plans. Hopefully that stays free for me to go there, and if it will, I'll probably go there. So
Yeah, I
I'll
think
wait.
that would be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, just to have like another harmonica festival in the country is already amazing. I think he started out doing that 2 years ago, so it's like every 2 years. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, I should share that. I think they are like they just initiated like a Start Next campaign, something to finance the festival. So I'm just gonna share the link.
Yeah, just saw that. Yeah, yeah. They make pretty good advertisement at the time, at least on Facebook, what I can see.
Yeah. So in recent weeks, you've been on tour quite a lot. In Sweden, you played in Poland and all over Germany. So what was that like? Are these countries you played in years ago already, or did you get to know some new countries?
Well, once in a while we get to new countries, but we've been to Sweden or Scandinavia pretty much and pretty often. So that
Okay.
was kind of cool. And we go back next week. So Scandinavia is full of blues clubs, full of blues societies, very interesting, very cool places, nice people. I like it. It's really cool. They have good blues festivals up there, like the Hell Blues Festival, Almo Blues Festival, and Notoden Blues Festival. Huge festivals, and it's fun to play. People like blues up there, all different kinds of. That's fun to do. We yeah, for years we're going up to Scandinavia, but a new country for me in the last couple of years was to go to Romania,
Oh yeah, cool.
and I kind of like that a lot. That was really cool. And yeah, we played Transylvania, and there's one town where the historic person of Dracula, which was a real person, was born. And so, that town is called Zigizoara. And so that's where Dracula was born. And there's a blues festival. Unbelievable. Cool people, very nice, really cool. So that's something that's a new country that we went into. We've been very surprised. And there's also not too far away from that place in Brasov, there's another blues festival, good people there, unbelievable cool, fun to do.
Wow. Yeah. And also, I mean, I never knew that Sweden and Scandinavia is so much into blues. That's
Oh,
nice.
pretty much. And you have fantastic harmonica players from up there. They're unbelievable good. Their bands are so tight, so good. And yeah, there's a very good music scene in Scandinavia.
Yeah. So what's the best place for people to check out the music of you and your band? Like, are you big on Spotify or do you sell CDs on your website? Where should people go?
You don't find us, I mean, you find some old stuff, but right now we are working on getting everything off Spotify.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's bullshit, and we don't want to be on there. We never received anything, so and they just take your music, and use it, and at least we're the ones who paid to make the records, and we never get anything out of Spotify. So, and their promise, oh, people can develop you. That's all bullshit. It's not working. So we're off Spotify. If you want to see us, you whether take us on CD. I know today a little difficult because many people don't even have CD players anymore. Or you can maybe buy it from Apple Music. You can download it there. So but there you have to pay a decent price. And I don't like this giving music away for free. So anything that makes no sense. Not for us anymore. We are working in a very special, small part of music. It's blues and jazz. So that's a very small community, and people can't take us almost a deal. And we won't get famous anyway. So, that's fine with me. Stay in that corner and doing my stuff. And I'm good there. I'm fine there.
Interesting. Yeah, I just posted the link to your online shop in the chat.
Yeah, cool.
Or do you also sell your CDs on Bandcamp, or what's the online place you wanna go
You
with?
can regular buy them on Amazon or somewhere
Okay.
on all
Yeah.
these record deals because we have distribution with Rhythm Bomb. So you can take it there. They take it anywhere. So, or you can go to but mostly we pay them, or we gonna sell them on live shows
At shows, yeah.
afterwards. That's
Do you
where
sell other stuff too? Did you ever have merchandise or stuff?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
A very old-fashioned way.
So you get T-shirts and caps, or
Yeah, not caps, not, but coffee mugs. You can
Okay.
get coffee mugs, BB and the Blue Check coffee mugs. Yeah, stuff like that. That's for fun.
yeah, that's interesting. I mean, of course, selling CDs, that's mostly on site at the concert.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
And even then, it always differs, right? Sometimes doesn't even have to do with the amount of people there are. Sometimes it has to do with, I don't know, how much the people paid for the festival or the show. Was the show even for free, maybe, for them?
It's always different. It's
Then you
always
sell
different.
more or less, right?
You can never tell. So, but it's okay. I mean, we just brought out a new record, and the selling goes unbelievable good. So we are very fun. We have to order the next couple of CDs again because also the label is sold out. So that's pretty cool.
Oh,
And
yeah.
as long as that works for us the old-fashioned way, I don't like the streaming stuff, and you mostly just get it on MP3, which I think sounds awful. It's terrible sound most of the time on MP3. All this compression you find there, and as long as you have a pretty good hi-fi stuff at home and put a real CD, you got wave stuff there in there. Sounds much better than MP3 stuff.
So how do you listen to music? Do you listen to CDs at home, or?
Yeah, of course. And I tell you about my dream. What I really want to do is I want to buy an old jukebox one day. One of those really old rock-ola, and just start collecting blues singles. That's what I want to do one day. Put that in the rehearsal room, and then I'm going to like to press B16, and then you can hear T-Bone Walker or BB King or whatever. So I like that. That's what I want to do. That's the way I like to listen to music.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, nowadays it's interesting and different. I mean, even I think I bought some vinyls, even though I don't even have a player. Just because I'm a fan, and I like it to have a big artwork and stuff,
Yeah.
So
I once met a guy in Switzerland, and he had a really, really expensive hi-fi system, and he was putting on a vinyl, a Sonny Boy Williamson vinyl, and I mean, it felt like he was sitting right next to me. I never had experience like that anymore. I can't afford to buy that kind of an expensive hi-fi system, but that was freaky unbelievable. I mean, it felt like he's sitting right next to me. Jesus Christ, was that intense, and that's what I miss listening to MP3s. It's not interesting for me.
yeah. So on on tour, maybe like for example, just being on tour in Germany, like how do you travel and what's your routine like then? Like, are you staying at hotels and how do you go about your day, like before the concert, like at lunchtime and stuff? Like how can people imagine you doing that?
Well, we have a band truck, a pretty big VW truck. We got all our backline in there. We got 6 seats in there. We even put a upright bass in there, and yeah, then we drive to the venues, doing sound check, get something to eat. Yeah, then we go on and play live, or maybe check in the hotel. Yeah, we don't sleep in that. I mean, we fall asleep once in a while, but usually we stay in hotels.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there have been situations where sometimes the hotel situation was so bad that we decided to go back home at night. We sometimes
Yeah.
do that if it's too cheap, and I don't want to get home with bed bugs or shit like that. My wife gonna kill me if I bring that stuff home. Just heard about that in France. It's terrible. And I've been to places who were so unclean and terrible. It's just
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you see a lot of stuff on tour.
yes, some of them you don't want to see.
So yeah, I mean, there are actually like, yeah, there are a few musicians out there who rather just drive home after the gig, even if it's like a long trip,
Yeah, sometimes we do, but in general, we stay in hotels, and our contract says buy not a fancy freaky hotel, just a regular normal hotel room for us, and we don't stay in double rooms anymore.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's interesting for people to know. I mean, like just making a living as a harmonica player. That's an interesting topic,
Yeah, I never expected that.
Yeah. Awesome. So, who else is in the chat? Boaz. Oh yeah, he makes some good harmonicas too. Darius from Poland is here. Yeah. So, what's the next project for you? So you're going back on tour back to Sweden. Is that the next thing? Or?
Yeah, right now, this weekend we have we call it Heimspiel at home. This is our yearly big show in Hildesheim, and it starts tomorrow night. Not with that, with a band that we used to book on that festival. That will be T from Belgium, Mark Thijs. Unbelievable, cool guitar player. He's our friend for many, many years, and so I'm very excited to see him again tomorrow. And
so
then
is that
we'll
basically a
start
festival you organize yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we do that on our own. So that's in a small venue here in the Bischofsmill. Very nice in Hildesheim. Cool place to play. And then on Saturday, this is our yearly gig in our hometown, and this is where we gonna start playing at the Vier Linden. And that's a very nice place. Fits up to 500 people or something like that. So that's very nice. And yeah, right after that, next week we're going further on to Sweden. Then we have an Austrian tour in Austria this year also coming up, which we do yearly with Linz, Vienna, and Frauenthal, which is close to Graz, and yeah, some other places. We're kind of pretty booked for the rest of the year.
Perfect. Bruce is tuning in. Howdy, Konstantin and Maddie.
Oh, Bruce! Help me!
And Darius, who's your favorite blues harmonic? Who's your blues favorite inspirational player?
So you mean from our days or from way back then?
Let's say from our days.
Okay.
Are you still listening to harmonica music at all?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, gotta be honest, I do. And I still find this, I always find things that I find very interesting. And I mean, you can go back and get all the names from way back then, like Sonny Ball Williamson first and second, and all that stuff. We know all about it. You heard that
Yeah.
much, I guess, a
Yeah.
thousand times.
Give us like a secret player.
But I mean, when it comes to our times, I've always been a big fan, for example, of Linwood Slim. I like his playing. I think he was fantastic, and yeah, he was a close friend of mine, and I really dig his stuff. He's really cool. Combined soulful, tasteful playing with a big tone. That's what I like. Yeah, and he took his time in between. That's what I like.
Okay. Yeah. There you have it. Okay. Yeah, everybody, you can check out the description box. I put all the links to the Blue Shacks website and everything, and Instagram, and Michael's Instagram or Facebook. I don't know, where are you most active on?
Facebook. I don't even
Facebook.
understand Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm too
Okay.
old. I'm too old.
So I'm gonna put Facebook on top then.
Yeah.
Fixed. Yeah.
Cool.
The YouTube, and yeah, so you can follow along. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Michael, for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me on your show. It was my pleasure.
I'm sure we're gonna meet up in Trossingen or in Berlin again.
Yeah, I hope we will be in Berlin beginning of December.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
play the Quasimodo place.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to do
we run
something.
into each other.
Yeah. I wanted to do something with Marcus there. That would be cool.
He was there first time we played there 2 years ago when we first got back into that place. So yeah, if he comes, I invited him to play with us, but he was gone already then.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because
Maybe next time.
after the Seoul Harmonica Festival, he was like super inspired to maybe also make something like a harmonica get together happen, and
Yeah, cool.
So yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Awesome.
we can meet at the Fan Festival. I don't know if I can make it, so I'll see. So far, it looks pretty good, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Our booking agent is always busy. He's too busy.
Okay. Everybody, we got another Hohner Live coming up next week already, with jazz chromatic player Olivier Carurio. So, looking forward to that. I think I also met him for the first time at the WHF 2013. Oh, yeah. So, tune in next week. And then check out the Patreon. I think we got a Zoom harmonica hangout coming up this weekend. So, yeah. That's it for today. Thank you, Michael. Everybody, check out the description box. And have a nice evening, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Konstantin.